Hello Dreamers and welcome to the TDF update from the ground for October 20th. The update for this week is just a little bit of an update on the land. So TDF, as you know, is part of the OASA network. It's the first prototype and it's a model for creating a regenerative way of living. The objectives of OASA is to put 100,000 hectares into conservation and to use real estate as an asset class that can regenerate the planet and that can provide a funding mechanism to actually do conservation at scale. And we're starting small here at the traditional Dream Factory. We reforested this 1 hectare of land behind me about 2 years ago. The trees are doing great. I don't know if you can see them so well, but you have a beautiful diversity of trees with madronio and oak trees and chesters. And really one of the principles of OASA is to do this kind of natural systems that can restore the soils, restore the local water cycles, increase the biodiversity, and create a living environment for future generations to thrive. And to that effect, next week rather, we're going to be hosting a ReFi DAO event. The goal is to bring together leaders in the regenerative finance space. At the same time, we're going to be planting another 500 trees also to add to the 3,000 trees already planted on the ground. So we're really trying to bridge digital integration with hands-on, hands in the soil actions and actually regenerating this planet. The main topic for this week is water, and that's generally one of the big directives and initiatives for the traditional Dream Factory. As the first project in the OASA network in the Iberian Peninsula, this area has been very dry and has been getting very drier every year since about 100 years. Alentejo used to see rainfalls even in the summers, but that has not been the case for the last many years. We're seeing increasing drought in the summers, but then we are still seeing quite a lot of precipitation during the winter months. On average, we receive around 400 millimeters of rain per year. So it's still plenty to grow a forest. The problem is we need to retain water into our soils to be able to increase our capacity to grow more trees, produce more biomass, and grow more diversity. And this forest that stands behind me, which we planted 2 years ago, has been entirely fed by our grey water filtration system, which has been upgraded last year by our engineer Florine, who has been doing a residency for about a year now at the traditional Dream Factory. And Florine came to us and he offered to build a helophyte filter. A helophyte filter basically is a filtration system that uses plants, so natural systems. Helophyte is a type of reeds, and if you want to learn more about it, you can hop into our educational platform and we can tell you everything about how to build your own helophyte system. It's a low-tech system. It enables you to recycle your waters, and if you want to, you can do the same as we did and grow this entire hill, about 3,000 trees, that has been fed just with the waters from our showers and our kitchen. So that's the updates about the waterfront at TDF, and we hope to see a little bit more rain today, and then hopefully we'll have some sunshine a little bit later. And with that, I would love to thank to all of our subscribers who are enabling this to become a reality. And Ismail, coming up next, is going to give us a little bit update on our traction and how we are doing in order to get this project going. So thank you so much.
Well, thank you, Sam. And with this wind and the rain, I'm not quite certain if I would agree for the weather. But after all, it's good for the land. So yeah, it is quite exciting to see some water and see some rain. And what's also exciting is that we have 832 users by now, so we gained some traction. And out of those 832, there are 33 paying subscribers. So there's still quite some room to get to 300 subscribers, but we also do make some progress, which is promising. And another great progress that we can report on is that we have made 5,000 euros of revenue over the last month by operationalizing TDF quite a bit. And with that, I think we can take a look at what's happening in the land and in the kitchen and with our space to sleep.
Welcome in our new space for eating. We have some change here, and we're not dining outside on the rain and wind, we moved everything inside. So what's the change? We have amazing cozy area where we can chill like 15 people together, and then we placed 2 rows of tables to 30 people be able to eat together. And we started since today to serve breakfast, so it's not anymore self-service. We just serve it, so from 8 to 8:45, when you're in TDF, you can come and you have amazing breakfast with something warm. And let's come for the kitchen. What's new in the kitchen is that I have to give permission to Ismail to go to the kitchen because he's supposed to not be there. So kitchen now is private, just for the people who cook meals and clean after them. So we welcome new person in our team. It's Melina, which gonna be part-time chef as well. So here we are, Melina.
Hello.
What's happening? So Melina gonna be part-time chef, and I'm gonna take her as well for the kitchen, and always one of us gonna take care of this day in TDF. We have amazing kitchen team, and basically people who are committed to cook and be here are only here. And we made plan with Sam about upgrading the equipment and how to make it more professional. So it's like a lot of changes now. And next week and next weeks we're planning how to upgrade the next season. So it's very good, I think, and I have a lot of hope that it's gonna be more and more professional. So yeah, let's have hope together.
So I and a bunch of other people just completed making a massive swale from the east side to the west side of the whole property of TDF, and it's marked out by these little pink stakes. The point is to catch the water and help it to run very slowly along a 1% to 2% slope down to the southeast corner of the property, so that we don't have flooding in the garden, we don't have flooding in the food forest, we don't have flooding in the buildings, but we have water caught and moving slowly and seeping into the ground, and then eventually filling up the pool, which will be down at the end of the building.
What are you up to, Cedric?
I am carrying the new tents that we are going to put on the land and inside the buildings during the refi event next week. As you see, we have cleaned some of the other tents that we had previously installed on the land, and so this is tent maintenance activities. And in the back we have Luca working on a new table for the activity room. So yeah, that's for this week.
What do we got, Josh?
We have rivers everywhere. Flooding. Glamping. Now I should really be getting out my water level now, so we can measure the level of the water and which way it's going to go.
All right, that much as an update from TDF, from the land, the kitchen, the housing, and the numbers. And we also have one more ask for each and every one of you watching today. And what is that, Sam?
Well, it's an invitation for you to check out our white paper. If you haven't read it yet, it's available on the OASA website. Basically, we've been pioneering this model for a regenerative conservation network utilizing Web3 and basically using real estate as a financial tool to serve the purpose of conservation and regeneration of land. And we really like to both get our hands dirty in the ground here at TDF, while also building digital infrastructure and legal infrastructure that can inspire others around the world to create these kind of models. And our invitation is for you to subscribe to TDF, because that's how we can keep building this prototype and keep developing the model. And all the information that you need in order to start your own project, or if you're simply curious on how we do it, is available. And again, highly encouraged to check out the white paper. So thank you so much for this week, and see you next week.
Have a wonderful week.